T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, fellas? What's going on? Let's put some bit of light in here, man. You know what I mean? What's going on, ladies and gents? What is going on? Rotted. But not do it that way. We got Ozan in the building straight away. Devils United there as well. Right. So this is the show. We're gonna give the match reaction on the game over the weekend. Bit of a shambles. I shall be joined by Uncle Albert. He should be joining me very shortly. He's just nipped off. He's going to be back and he's going to join me. So stay tuned for him. So before we start, we're going to do some housekeeping around here. Some housekeeping, and it is like and subscribe to the channel, please. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let me get this banner. All right, so it is not actually now 324, but we leave it like that for a minute. We leave it like that for a minute. Okay, back on the chat. So please like and subscribe to the channel, and if you have subscribed already, please hit the comments. Hit the comments. Get words out. Please hit the comments and also share and hit the notification button, and you will be notified when I go live. I just checked it before I come on live, and it is working. So hit that notification button, and you will be notified when I go live. First of all, got to big up the Man United family. They won the League Cup yesterday. The only reason I'm saying this is because I'm good friends with Macy and also good friends with Sophia as well. They have featured on my channel, so I'm good friends with them. And also Macy will be on my channel this Friday for the review of the Man United game. Liverpool Man United this weekend. Sunday to be precise, okay? Sunday to be precise. So, big up the Man United guys. I knew they was going to win. I had a feeling they was going to win. I just didn't think at the end of the day that Newcastle had enough in the tank to get over the line. But however, they've done well to get to there in the first place, because it's a great achievement getting there. So yeah, big up. Let me read out some of the comments that's come in so far, so I don't get too behind on it. Devils United, that's Macy, says hi. Yes, big up Macy, big up yourself. Make sure you go over and subscribe to her channel. Devils United chops up a lot of good football facts, and also she talks about Portuguese football and also women's football as well. So if that's something that you enjoy, please go over there and like and subscribe to our channel, please. Like and subscribe, okay? Ozan Kabak, yes, he plays centre back. Yes, Rosie says, big up, Ozone Cabot. Big up. We have Trudon in the building. Trudon, big up, man. Rumor of FSG, was it? Out plans banner on Sunday. Yes, yes, and we will touch on to that. We will touch on to that. Ozan Kamat says, let me get this. Let me get this. Okay. Karras couldn't have done anything on those goals, especially the deflected goal. No, he couldn't have. He couldn't have. I mean, you probably got to say anything that Cabot did or Karras did all right. He didn't do too bad. You know what I mean? You know, it was always a tall order because that's the first time he's played in about near enough 2 days short of 2 years. Do you know what I mean? So you know, the first season played, so fair play to him. But as I said, so like there's two goals. I think the first goal by Casemiro, excuse me, I think the defender was a bit shoddy. You know what I mean? He could have defended better for that goal. Yeah. And the second goal, as I said, you know, it was like it was a deflection, so you know he couldn't do nothing about that. So you know, at the end of the day, I think we all had it in our mind that Man United would win that. Do you know what I mean? Okay. LSC out said, evening, everyone. Big up Uncle Rodz. Big up LSC Aaron. Big up. Hold on. Ravenite says, big up Roz. Yeah, big up Ravenite. Big up yourself. Ravenite FC. Big up your chest, you. We are a dead team. Lord have mercy. Stop that. Lord have mercy, you know. Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm trying to get this there. No, I can't. That freaking too dark. Did you see what's that? Ronaldo performance for Roma? We let the wrong player go. Well, you know what, big man, Tudon, I don't have to see it. I know that fucking that Ronaldo was a baller. To me, it's beyond me at the end of the day that he left. He left in the first place. It's too late. It was just beyond me. I don't know why. I don't know why he was allowed to leave like that. You know what I mean? Right, guys. Where do I start? Where do I start? Anymore? Where do I start? I don't know where to start because it's just going from bad to worse. Just going from bad to worse. The lineup and then the back four, really, you can say it was okay. You know what I mean? It was sufficient. Where like you had Gomez that was out, and that was a blessing in disguise anyway. Do you know what I mean? Um, I'm gonna read the format, the formation. Who was on the pitch? I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that for you. And this is where obviously we've come to as a team. Right, today and then yesterday, Saturday. Okay, right, Saturday. This is what I scored on Saturday, yeah? This is what I scored on Saturday. Right, this is what I scored on Saturday. Right, Robertson, Van Dijk, Matip, Trent Alexander. And obviously Alisson goal. This is the midfield, yeah? Milner played the six. Jota was in the centre, regardless of them saying it looked like Henderson was in the centre. Henderson plays the eight, which is something he knows he can't play. Yeah. Jota, Gakpo, and Salah because Nunes is injured. All right. Now this is This is what I'm trying to say, is this, right? The thing at the end of the day, sort of like what those midfielders have got in common. Those three midfielders got in common. The defensive, the other defenders of defensively minded. Keita, defensive minded player. You could say the same at the day for um, Henderson. Milner at the day, you might as well call him defender more time because he remember at the day when he played left back for whole season. Milner played left back for whole season because he didn't want to play Moreno. Didn't want to play Moreno because Moreno and they could not follow instructions. You know what I mean? Did you see? Yes, he couldn't follow. He couldn't follow instructions, so he had him out for whole season and had Milner in there, left back. That starting lineup as dead midfield was abysmal. Yeah, it was abysmal because you know why it was abysmal because nobody in that midfield and they was offering you anything different. They weren't offering you anything different. You know what I mean? Everything was just literally at the day the same. Everything was the same. So then what it was at the end of the day, you had no creativity. You had no creativity going forward. You just had a team at the end of the day that was probably just didn't want to lose. Didn't want to lose anything that they set up teams in that negative way. Even when sort of like Fabinho come on, in the first 5 minutes of Fabinho coming on, he got a yellow card. Man got a yellow card. Let's read this one. The first half performance for Naby though. Okay. That the first half performance from Naby, it didn't excite me. It didn't get me. It didn't get me off my bloody. It didn't get me off my feet. It was just like it was dead. Like the midfield, it was dead. Nobody going forward. Every time they got the ball, right? You got to think about it, guys. Every time they got the ball, what happened in the day is like kept on passing back. It was like look forward, look back, pass back. There's nobody wanting to do anything. And I guess Crystal Palace for fuck's sake. It's just Crystal Palace. 2023 and we're still posting out at midfield. Unbelievable. Facts. Roz, would you rather have Conference League football next season or European football? Or no European football at all? Rather have none, really. Ozan? Rather have none. What's the point? Fuck's the point? Is it, you know what I mean? You start to think of like, is this what we come to now? Like, Europa Cup. Now, listen, me, I'm a very simple person in the day, yeah? Yeah, very simple person. A very simple person with simple needs and wants, yeah? My argument is in the day with Klopp and Klopp has to take some of the blame. Because Klopp at the end of the day was sitting on that sort of like on that bench at the end of the day, right? And he had no clue on what to do. He had no clue what to do. Do you know what I mean? He's rather like big up just you. Let's start that. He had no clue what to do. He just didn't know what he was doing. And it seems like he's buying into this bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Everybody, right? A lot of people and they don't want to say nothing against Klopp, but it's time you have to. I mean, one of the FSG look like they're going to get another manager. Because yesterday was the second time I see Jose Luis Enrique name pop up as a replacement for Klopp. So there must be something in it. Yes, get back to the team now. And you get back to the team now, right? The midfield was stale. The midfield is supposed to support the attack. How can the midfield support the attack if the midfield's stale? Why would you put out a team like that, Klopp? Why would you put out a team like that? I keep on saying that day, Klopp hasn't got the team at the day to play a 4-3-3. He hasn't got that team to play that anything. So why would you persist in playing a 4-3-3? Why would you do that? Do you know what I mean? Why would you give like Henderson another game in a day? That's 4 games he's played in the space of a week. Why would you do that? Why? Because somebody explained to me at the day why he's done that. He's given Henderson at the day, which is struggling as it is at the day to keep up with the pace of the game. Yeah, he's struggling to do that, but you've given him 4 games in a week, or so. Because somebody explained to me the logic in that. Please, somebody explain to me. I don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it. Milner, why are you putting a 37-year-old guy in midfield? What do you expect? What do you want to get out of the game in putting a 37-year-old man in midfield? Seriously, what do you want to get out of the game? No, seriously, someone's got to tell me. Somebody's got to tell me what he thinks at the day that he wants to get out of the game. What does he want to get out of that game? NFC, I said Henderson, he was playing rugby. He didn't pass the ball forward. Facts. Nobody's passing the ball forward. It was only rare times that they sort of like that they managed to get the ball forward. But other than that, they weren't playing the ball forward. They're too busy playing about with the ball in midfield. They're too busy at the day. I'm knocking that ball into around the midfield and knocking it back to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper hoofing up field. They're not even like they're not wise to that tactic. It's Klopp. Let's see this thing. Klopp says big chances before the get my words out in a minute. Klopp says big changes before the game and plays a dead midfield. We have seen many many times and same old formats. Some old tactics is Klopp drunk. Facts. Yeah, man. Um, that's Klopp. Stumbling is for you, Rods. Klopp will never change. That's a Razza Ali. Pick up yourself, Razza. At least Elliot was trying stuff when he come on. Yeah, he was trying stuff and everything like that, right? He's trying stuff. But again, you're putting him in midfield and then where he's not going to affect the game in midfield. Yeah, you can try all you want, but he's not going to affect them. He's not going to affect the game in midfield because he's not a midfielder. As Klopp, I think Klopp been Klopp's always. I'm saying Gapper was poor as well because he's not a fucking striker. You know. Please tell me in the comment section. Yeah, who do you think at the day, right, that Klopp should keep his job? Seriously, tell me in the comment section. Do you guys feel like Klopp should keep his job? I'm gonna get a drink of water and come back. Yeah, man, just to get a cup of water, man. Look at that. Just to get a cup of water. Right. Let's see some of these comments, man. Couple four. Yeah. It's over. I think at the day, I think at the day, sort of like, let's see, Aaron. Keep Klopp, but he needs to start being stubborn, and we need players. Yeah, but can you see Klopp? Can you see Klopp at the end of the day, sort of like being stop being stubborn? He's gonna still do the same thing at the end of the day as he's been doing. He doesn't want to listen to anybody else. Lloyd, what's going on, man? Yes, Ross, Wagwan, Regin, you good? Yeah, man. Listen, Lloyd, I'm gonna put the I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna put the link here in the chat. Come on and have your say, man. Come on and have your say. So I'm gonna put the link in the chat now. Yeah, links in there, man. Come and have a chat, man. Come and have a chat still. Let me know what you think, man, about the whole fiasco at Liverpool, man. This is fucking a joke. It's a joke, man. So, yeah, come in, man, and have a chat. Yeah. Not sure, Roz. I think Klopp deserves another season to put it right. Fix things right. I don't know. I don't know whether you cut your losses now, because the fact and day, right? Yeah. If he gets in new players in the field, I think new players, new tactics. You know what I mean?
Rodz.
What are you saying, family? Good. What's going on, cuz?
Hey, what are you saying, brethren? Wagwan.
Listen, big man thing, yeah. Big man thing. Listen,
Man.
hold on. I'm gonna just listen, my friend, right? I don't know. I don't think Klopp's. To me, I think Klopp's time's over. What do you
know
think?
what? You know what, Rodz? I say something. I didn't watch the game. You know, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the game, and
it's boring.
Well, what I think about it's a good job I didn't. I miss nothing. I miss nothing. Yes, LFC Aaron, respect my brethren. Honestly, I just thought to myself, yes, true, Dan. Are you with that, brother? Are you with that?
Should have with dog,
Hey, right. And we are on things, brother. Me and you. Listen, I didn't watch the game, you know, and I come back in, and it was 0-0. I saw like glimpses and flashes and stuff like that, and I was looking at all the sort of comments on social media, whatever else, and it just seemed to me like enough of the players were getting slaughtered. Like like I said, I saw bits and bobs. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Henderson. I mean, they were all getting slaughtered. And let me say something, Rod. Seriously.
Yeah, listen.
I feel so that if we don't get a result against Wolves and Man United bust our clots at the weekend, then I would be like you. I'd be going, you know what, Klopp, man? I think you've done what you can, and I think it's almost time. A lot of people will argue that and go, no, man, you can't say Klopp out. You can't say Klopp out because this, that, and the other. But look at Potter at Chelsea. One win in 11 games, and how much money has he spent? And he's still there.
The thing is about if I touch on Potter just for a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to go far too off the point. But if I touch on Potter, when you look at Potter and then think that, right? Potter at the end of the day, right, was literally at the end of the day, right, an ordinary wrestler, ordinary sort of like manager anyway. Because remember at the day, you know, there was a season at the day, sort of like where he struggled at the day oh, this bloody, he struggled at the day at Brighton. He struggled, didn't he? He struggled to keep him in the sort of like in the league. He struggled.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he wasn't really like this amazing manager, was he? Really? Come on now, seriously. That's what a lot of people and they got realised. He wasn't an amazing manager, right? He's this right. Lately, when he went to Chelsea, before that now, right, he started to have a good season with Brighton and everything that, right. So basically, Chelsea have taken him off that form of that period of time and everything that, right, where he's actually done very well with Brighton, and everybody's talking about him. You understand me? Everybody's talking about him. You know what I mean? Other than that, when you look at, I'm not saying he's a rubbish manager, but when you look at him in the day, his results at the day has been pretty ordinary. And these are the time of the seasons at the day where he struggles with his own team. With Brighton, he struggled with his own team. So what do you think he'll do with Chelsea? Ain't gonna be anything different because at the end of the day, if anything in the day, the risks are more higher because at the end of the day, look, you got more better players and everything that. But to me at the end of the day, it was a bad idea at the end of the day, him going in the first place. But get back onto Klopp now. Get back onto Klopp.
Yes.
I think at the day with Klopp and I think now, to not being funny, right. His dumbness is going to be the death of him. You know what I mean? Because the fact that the day, right, did you see the midfield he put out?
Mate, listen. Let me tell you something. When I heard that James Milner was starting in midfield, what year are we in?
Exactly.
But how many of our rivals will be putting James Milner in the first 11?
He wouldn't even be playing for the team. He wouldn't be playing. He would have been sort of like in the backroom stuff already. He'd have been in the backroom stuff already. You know that, and I know that. He'd have been there. But listen. When he was like when they took off Trent, all they did in the is put Milner and a day as right back. So Milner literally and a day, right, played all the game. Milner played all the game. What the hell is this? And when is he gonna learn and everything? When he's gonna learn? And this is on Klopp, This is on Klopp. When he's gonna learn and right? Trent is not a defender. It don't matter how many times you put him as right back. He's not a defender. If you want to play,
I'd agree.
Check it out.
I'd agree 100%. I'd agree, man. I'd agree. Even last season, and it's funny because I was, I think it was sometime, was it the beginning of the season or something? I was listening to Coppish, and they were talking about Trent, and they were saying, no, he needs to stay as a defender, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you now, if we got a good right back in and moved him into another position, you'll see a difference. You need to try it out and see, because it's not working for us in being in the right side of defence. It's not working, Rod. My man gets toasted all the time. He hasn't got the concentration. The thing is, if you put him somewhere else, let's say if you put him in midfield or whatever, you know that the responsibility for him, he doesn't need to be running back, really. He doesn't. He can tackle, yes, he can, but when you're actually in the right side of defence as a defender, there's certain things that you need to understand, and he doesn't understand them. So put him somewhere else where you can utilise his proper game, his passing range and everything like that. You could just sit him there and he can do a Xavi Alonso. When did Xavi Alonso tackle? Now, I'm not saying that he's the quality of Xavi Alonso, but his passing range is one that you'd probably go, do you know what? In years to come, he's still only young. Is that a conversation to have? Let him develop in that position. And you will see a different guy, trust me. And the more that he gets confident in that position, Rods, I'm telling you. But you see, Klopp ain't doing that.
That's what I'm saying. You rather put somebody at the end of the day, right, where his legs have gone. His legs have gone, my friend, yeah? Henderson's legs have gone. And the reason why Henderson's legs have gone is because they sort of like, He's been doing that run up and down that field in there for 11 years now. You know what I mean? And I think physically, and the day he hasn't. He's got no more. He's got no
Yeah,
more to give physically for that. But you still put him in the A, like an advanced A. Expecting him to do the same things that the day he done at the day where when you come in 2015.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
a lot of people got to remember the day 4 years prior, and the day, right? 4 years prior to sort of like Klopp coming in, right? He was doing that. He was running up and down the field. Because remember one time, and I think that sort of like Luis Suarez had a go at him in training, and I think it's something to the fact that they say like you're not playing well. You're not a good player, and he just got better and better at his craft. So, but he took criticism as a motivation. You understand what I'm saying? And he
yeah,
got
yeah,
better in his craft, and he was one of the best players
yeah, yeah,
in the team. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah,
he's been doing that type of job in the day 4 years prior, and then day to sort of like Klopp coming in. Then Klopp's coming in, obviously asked him to do this role. Now there should have been a time at the day when Klopp should have seen. Well, look at the end of the day, right? This guy simply cannot give this to us anymore. You know what I mean? That was
yeah,
a
yeah.
fourth game. That was a fourth game he's played in like over a week. Because remember the day, he played against Newcastle. And who did we play before Newcastle? We played somebody before Newcastle. We did
Oh,
somebody before, and we won. So was it Uncle Albert there and a dog?
yeah, man. Bring my brother in.
Yeah, we there,
Hey man,
Yes.
how
Hey,
are you
listen,
guys doing?
Albert. Like you said
What up?
last time, we met. It must have been a couple of weeks ago. It was Valentine's, wasn't it? And we both said, this is going to be the over 50s club, and here we are again. Here we are again.
We know this, man. We know this. This is
How are
this
you,
is
Uncle
the,
Albert?
this is the wise men's Freemasonry. This is lodge over 50, man.
Yeah, well, no. Hey, how you been, Albert? You been good?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Except that it's not really fun to be a Liverpool fan these days. You
I
know what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree.
Because
100%.
Albert, let me take you back. Yeah, let me take you back to last week, and I'm gonna take you back to sort of like the Real
don't
Madrid
take
game.
me back to Tuesday. Don't go past
I have
Tuesday.
to take you back, man, because I have to take you back. I have to, because we be back there, man. We've lived it. I'll take you back. Now, to be honest, today is this, yeah, right. I was talking to Kieran. You know Kieran, isn't it?
Yeah, Karen, yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to Kieran, and Kieran made a really good point. And he goes, "Do you realize that today when we played Real Madrid in the 2018 Champions League final, and we played them that?" He goes, "Do you realize the team is relatively the same as it is now? Relatively the same. Only obviously one or two people are obviously not there, but he goes, it's relatively the same. Do you know what I mean? And he goes, if you look at the Real Madrid side, yeah, everybody's literally nearly everybody's changed. You've obviously got Modric in there and stuff, but literally everybody's changed. Everybody's
But
changed. So how can they change and we're not?"
They've got some of their main actors there. I mean, they've got Benzema, they've got Modric, they've got the goalkeeper. Nacho is still there. Carvajal is still there. They're still there. The only thing is that what Real Madrid does that we don't do is that they flash over the team. They refresh the team. So,
Yeah, but of course you still got people like Valverde's new, Camavinga's new. Do you know what I mean?
so that's
And
where I was
the left
going.
back is new.
That's
You
where
know
I
what I
was
mean?
going. That they changed the team over. We still have our statues, right? We still have the statues, the jack in the boxes, the pharaohs, the sarcophagus, whatever you want to call them. We still have everybody there, right? But they are basically plugging the loops and changing the players they need to change. I mean,
Hey.
those guys, for me, right? Camavinga is an even better player than Tchouaméni. Because
Yeah.
Camavinga can play in a halfback role. He can play further up the field.
Yeah.
He can play in an 8, and he
Yeah.
can even play as a fullback. Remember, he played as a fullback in the final of the World Cup. He played as a fullback, and when he was switched to fullback, he shut down Messi.
Yeah.
So
He dealt with that, innit?
those are the kinds of things that we are supposed to identify that we are not identifying. But the worst part of it is that our coach, look, if you listen to his last press conference, the one that was posted on the WhatsApp forum.
Yeah, I posted that one there.
You should be very frightened. Because he said the players thought we had dropped points against Crystal Palace. Everybody thinks we've dropped points against Crystal Palace, but he doesn't think we've dropped points. I mean, what the fuck was that? You, the manager, are the one who should be going berserk, saying you've dropped points. Your players feel they've dropped points, but you don't feel you've dropped points.
You know, Uncle Albert, that was the only, because let me just say something, by the way, Rodz. What a chat, you know, the WhatsApp chat, man. Honestly, big it up, you know, the comments and stuff make me laugh. But that was the only comment, that was the only time I commented, you know, when I saw that video come through. And actually said something about, what is he smoking? I can't think Redbird said something. I think he responded.
Yeah.
And because it just took me back, I thought, is this guy actually real? I don't understand what this man's saying. You know, when you've got players saying that they've dropped... Let me explain something to you. Well, I should be actually explaining to Klopp, really, to be fair, because you, man, understand what I'm trying to say here. When you play a game of football, and we are Liverpool, we are looking at 3 points max. I don't care who we're playing against, we should be getting 3 points.
Yeah.
True or false? So if you don't get 3 points, of course you've dropped them. Even if you get 1 point, you're dropping points.
But this is a team, you know...
Yes,
a very ugly statistic between us and Crystal Palace. They've conceded more goals against Liverpool than any other team. We've beaten these guys 9-0. We've beaten them 7-0 twice. I mean, basically, we've been fucking them up the ass with a plunger all the time. Now, we go and draw.
I was raw, you know.
when can you imagine that, being fucked up the ass with a plunger? That's bad, right? So now we go there and we go and draw. But we are drawing at a time when we need a win the most.
Yeah.
Right? We have our manager who doesn't see that Trent is a problem. When you see, I don't know what transmission you guys watch, right? But over here in the States, the NBC cameras have all types of camera angles. And they were showing the times when VVD and Matip were fighting with Trent. When he gave that mortuary pass to Alisson. When he was dispossessed by Jeffrey Schlupp. I mean, you have to be a special kind of zero to be dispossessed by Jeffrey Schlupp, right? You have to be a special kind of zero, right? And so the camera angles that we saw at halftime showed VVD and Matip going off on and Trent just kind of like raising his hands and like, fuck off, you know? And Hendo getting upset with Trent on that same play. Now you come out and tell us that there's nothing. One of our very famous content creators went to the match and he came back and said, for the first time, he's having some very serious issues with Klopp, because now he's seeing that there's a problem in the dressing room because the players were bitching among themselves. But you don't need to be a soothsayer to realize that there's discontent among the players. The way they're playing, there's discontent.
Yeah.
Right? Because let me take your point. If you say it's the same players that we've been playing, since 2018 by a few. What has changed? Yeah, granted they are a little older or big, but if Modric and Benzema are running through our team, then age is nothing.
Yeah.
Modric is fucking 38 and he was running through our team and shoving off young kids. He was just like, fuck off, all of you. Just fuck off. Let me do my thing. Okay? So it's not just the age matter. The problem is that there's some discontent somewhere. You see, people are doing everything, putting the ball in the net, as in the case of Salah. And then Joe Gomez and Trent just give the ball away and they score. And all that hard work is next to nothing. I mean, if you've played football before, scoring a goal is not easy. Right? So you do all that hard work and somebody just gives the ball away to Vinicius Jr. and he scores. So there is discontent there. Then a manager comes to tell us, oh, there's nothing wrong with Trent. When you know why you hooked him off. We know why you hooked him. You hooked him because he was just about to give away a goal. You know, we know. But Liverpool has become a third world dictatorship. So President King John Klopp doesn't want to tell us what's going on. Right?
The fact is, in the day, right? I will say me and Lloyd was discussing this. In Trent's defense, because there are some people who can come in that team, and they not many, but there are some people in that team you can come to their defense, and I think Trent is one of them. Yeah, Trent. Let me tell you this now. I'll tell you this down. Trent hasn't been and will never be a defender. He will never be a defender. Trent is a midfielder. Trent has been asked.
That's the point.
Klopp, yeah, but it's down. It's on Klopp because Klopp should not be playing as a right back. It's ruining his game.
He was at the academy. He was a fullback. He was a
midfielder. He was a midfielder. I swear to God,
he was a midfielder. When Nat Klein broke his leg, he was drafted in as a stopgap measure. Good displays. Now Klopp wants him as a full-time fullback. He sells Nat Klein. On Wednesday, when do we play the match? On Sunday. Was it Sunday we play Saturday?
No, Saturday.
On Saturday, Nat Klein looked every part the fullback. Right?
Yeah.
And Trent didn't look like a fullback.
He looked lost.
That guy should be playing in the midfield. However, I'm the last person who will say we should discard of him. But we should move him up into the midfield somewhere. Where we move him, I don't know. I don't care. But fullback...
He plays an 8. He plays an 8. It's very simple.
He ain't.
Yeah.
He's not a fullback.
Yeah, no, he's not. What you do at the end of the day, right? Before we read out some of these comments, what you do in them, he plays an 8. You're struggling for a number 8 as it is anyway. You're putting Henderson. You're putting Henderson in there, right? Henderson there, and me and Lloyd was discussing it. You got to think about it, right? Before at the end of the day, Klopp come into this squad, come to this team in 2015. He come in, yeah. Before he come in. Remember at the day, Henderson was doing it 4 years prior. Was doing that job 4 years prior. And I don't think at the day, you look at Henderson and think that, right? And look at his body and body language, and look at him at the day, right? He just hasn't got to give anymore. So at the end of the day, you should have put Trent in there in the midfield for a long time. People saying, "Oh no, don't put him in midfield." Why not? He's not doing anything at right back. It's ruining his game. I'm going to read out some of these comments. Philip Bidwell, big up Philip Bidwell, big up yourself. Klopp will always be stubborn. So far, next season we need a new player and new tactics. But with Klopp, there will not be new tactics, and with FSG, there won't be enough funds to get the players we need. Facts. You know what I mean? Big up the chat. Big up Ensman. Go and subscribe to Ensman. TV channel. Please go and subscribe to him. Ensman sees said NFC Aaron respect. NFC Aaron returns the compliment. Ozan Cabot. Can't believe I'm saying this, but a draw at Anfield versus informed Man United would be good result. Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
true, Tim.
Facts. Ellis, Ozan Cabot. I thought Milner was
Man, I don't
even
want to
worse
draw
than
against Man United. We need to beat them fuckers, man. Man
Yeah,
United
but
is like haram for me. Haram.
at least Trent. Sorry, at least
Let's
Trent.
beat Man United and be relegated. I'm happy.
Yeah, it's true though, isn't it? LFC Aaron says at least Trent can create, but he doesn't defend. He doesn't defend. So stick him in midfield and midfield where he can do most of his good work. He'll do some good work in midfield. This is staring us in the face. There's 10 of you in the chat at the moment. Please like and subscribe as you come in. Like and subscribe as you come in. If you haven't subscribed, comment and share if you have subscribed. Philip Bidwell says, one second. Philip Bidwell says, Ozan, yes, he's played centre back. Yeah, that would be a good result. I also don't believe I'm saying that. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people saying they don't believe saying that because they, and obviously as well. Please check out my show Friday evening. I'm going to be joined with Macy from Devils United channel. You know what I mean? Macy, very lovely woman. And for that, we're going to be chopping up on Friday night about the game on Sunday. So please join me for that. Please join for that. Exactly. At least they're trying something different. I'll tell you, when you look at Man United yesterday and I think that you knew that the United was going to win. Trina said Trent looks like centre back. He's already won it all by 24, and that could be dangerous for his mindset
That's a good point.
going forward.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And it was one of the things I'd mentioned before.
Do you want to chop this up? This one here. Do you want to chop that up? Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a good point, and I tell you for why. Because when you think about last season, we were so close in getting the quadruple. We were 2 games, guys, from getting the quadruple, right? And obviously, we lost against Real Madrid, and although we beat Wolves, Villa couldn't do the game against Man City. But for the players' mentality of what that must have done, not physically, but mentally as well. Trying to come up into another season now, I think that has really played a major part in a lot of what we are seeing now here. I think it plays a major part in our performances because there's talk about this mentality monsters. Where are we? Where are these mentality monsters? If we were so close last season, don't forget, it's pretty much the same players, realistically, in a sense. Okay, Mane. We haven't got Mane anymore. Diaz is injured. We bought other people to try and replace them. But you know what? For me, where they are now, we're nowhere near where we are now, taking into account how close we were last season. So my question is, just bigging up that, and obviously Trudon's comments, my question would be, what has actually seriously gone wrong? I know where it's gone wrong. And a lot of other people in chats and everywhere else will probably pass comments on where they think it went wrong. But I'd like to see what you guys think, because you're right, Uncle Albert. There's something definitely wrong within the club and the players. There's a lot of friction there. But what's causing the friction? What is the trigger? And I also want to... And before... Go on, Uncle Albert. Go on.
No, go ahead. You were trying to make a point. Go ahead.
Well, what I was thinking of it, and before you guys answer that question, there's a couple of things for me. I'm fed up. I am sick and tired of this Mo Salah loving business. Let's just draw off the band-aid. Since my man's got his new contract, that's it. Job done. I haven't seen him. And every time somebody says something, it's like, oh, you've got a vendetta against him, blah, 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 blah. No. You know, there was a couple of chances actually, and again, like I said, I didn't see the game, Rods, but I just saw glimpses of it, sort of highlights and whatever. And there was one particular occasion where he was on the right hand side. Instead of him passing, he just went for a shot, which is a feeble attempt. And I thought, here we go again. He's doing the same damn thing. You know, come on, man. I just think, I don't know. And I mean, I could go on and on and on, but
See, let
we
me
probably won't
let
go to all
me
night for that.
let me tell you what I think has happened. Just my thoughts. I may be wrong, so nobody should hold me up to it. But I think that the inside the team itself, many of the players are upset about Salah's wages. Many of the players are upset. Mane manifested by leaving the team. Because you see, Mane has been voted twice as Africa's best player. Then he's become the second most valued player in the world. He won basically, he was behind Karim Benzema. Senegal beat Egypt twice. They beat them in the AFCON final. They beat them to qualify for the World Cup. Mane felt that he was the one holding the soul of the team. And yet he earns, 150,000 plus less a week than than Salah, given Salah's new contract. The club basically refused to up his wages. And so he left. But I don't think he's the only one who's upset. That's the feeling I get. I think it's one of the facets. I also think many of the players want a system change, a formation change that Klopp is not giving them.
Yeah.
They played very well against Man City because we played a 4-4-2. They played very well against Spurs because we played a 4-4-2. They played very well against Napoli. We played 4-4-2. So there's another game. I've forgotten that game, but they did basically the same thing. Look, even in the Brighton game, that we didn't play too well in the first half. We're playing 4-2-3-1. We were still holding our own in the first half. We didn't concede in the first half. As soon as we came back and he changed back to the 4-3-3, we started leaking goals. So I'm not sure whether the players have been able to go to Klopp and tell him, hey, boss, this thing is not working. So let's do something. Maybe they've gone to him. Maybe he says no. But like I said, the press conference that I saw of him saying that we'll go again. We just keep doing the same thing. We'll go again. I'm like, dude, you don't have the tools.
Right? That's it. That's exactly it. Yeah.
So you've gone up against Mike Tyson without gloves. You've been knocked out. You go again and again and again, and you get knocked out again and again and again. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, you carry your troops to a gunfight with ice picks. Your troops are slaughtered. You come back, you get some more troops, you go back with the same ice picks again and again and again. I'm trying to understand the guy. Yeah. I think a simple addition of another person into the middle and dropping that high line 5 yards will save people like Van Dijk. Van Dijk has had an ACL. Joe Gomez has had 2 ACLs. Matip gets hamstrings for fun. Even the 23-year-old kid, what's his name? Konate, is unable to cope with the high line because he keeps getting hamstring injuries. That's the manifestation of that high line. Why aren't you dropping it 5 yards? Why are you keeping insisting that you're going to play? Look, if you look at our team, nobody tries to take any attack through where Robertson and VVD are. Nobody. No manager tries it. Nobody. Right? It's always go where Trent is. You get some change.
Yeah.
Especially when he's forward. Put that ball over the top. On Wednesday, Sarabia is going to play. I'm giving you an ironclad guarantee they are going to put Sarabia at that place and tell him, wait for Trent to come back. Let's put the ball over him, and it's a foot race.
Yeah.
At this point, you are frustrating the goalkeeper, who keeps making save after save after save after save. Against Crystal Palace, if it was any other goalkeeper but Alisson, Matete would have scored twice.
Yeah, facts.
Because Alisson did a lot to put him off, especially the first one. He did a lot to put him off. But like I said, you have to be a special kind of zero for Jeffrey Schlupp to dispossess you. Jeffrey Schlupp couldn't get into the Ghana side that went to the World Cup. He couldn't get in.
Right?
Hold on. Minerals. What's this guy doing? Minerals.
That's Noah.
Noah.
Big up.
What are you saying?
Nah, man,
What are you saying?
Speak, man. Speak for you, lads.
You need to speak up, man. We can't hear you. Speak up.
Speak for you, man, innit? And Lloyd is spot on, and he's been saying it for a while. Salah has given up.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him
Noah,
slightly.
You're not talking to your girlfriend. Speak up.
No, speaking to the thing, man. I can't hear you, blood. Nobody can hear you.
I'm speaking, bro. Like I'm saying, like Lloyd is spot on, man.
I can hear him.
Into the summer, you guys should have brought in a midfielder, and Klopp is to blame. You also need to call out Klopp, Lloyd, because he's picking the team and he forced FSG because he's the yes man.
I can't hear him now. I've lost him, you know. I can't quite hear him.
Look, I'm gonna take you out for a minute, and you need to speak up. So I have to take you. I'm sorry, I have to take you out for a bit because I can't hear you. I can't actually. No disrespect, but nobody can hear what you're saying. Go back in.
Yeah. So you know what you're saying, Uncle Albert?
You know, Emma said now. Sorry.
Go on. No, go on, Rod.
What I'm saying is this, because like Marquez put in the in the comment section and they that Trent couldn't make it as a midfielder. That's why he playing right back. I don't think it was that. No disrespect to you, I don't think it was that. I think it's because at the day it's like with it Nathaniel Quine, which was playing good as a right back, but he got injured. And the only way that sort of like Trent could get in that squad was to play right back. So he had to come as right back. But there should have been a time at the day where we went out and brought a right back and everything that and say, right, you know what, you play midfield. Because clearly in the day Hendon was slowing down. Let me get Minos back in and see what he's saying now.
But you see, in
Minos,
fairness,
what are you saying?
Yeah, bro.
Minos.
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Minos, turn the volume up and do something, man. We can't hear you, blood. Where are going with?
I mean, bro, like I'm good, man. Like I'm landing.
I know you're good, but we can't hear you. We cannot hear you. Seriously, can't hear you properly. You're going to get talk to a woman to blood clad.
Bro, you can't hear me now.
You talking to? No, we can hear you. Slightly hear you, big man.
Yo, like you lot, like.
Yeah. That's better, man. That's better. Respect up, big up, man. What are you saying?
Lloyd, man, should you be Klopp out? You Klopp in or Klopp out? That's just what I'm asking you.
Am I in? Oh, boy, that's a question. Am I Klopp in or am I Klopp out? I'm 50-50, you know. I'm not going to lie. I'm 50-50, honestly. And I tell you for why. Because I'm getting more and more frustrated with this geezer now. I think if you asked me that question about 6 games ago, I would probably said, look, you know what? There's a lot of things going on at the minute. We know that FSG aren't giving us nothing. They're not giving us no money whatsoever. The guy's got to work with what he's got, blah, 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 this and the other. However, you know what? For me, Noah, it's around, okay, we know that Henderson's legs are gone. We know Fabinho hasn't been playing well at all. We know that a lot of other players are just not up to the scratch anymore. Jones, I don't even know why. There's so many things I can say right now, but you know what? I'm on air, so I need to be careful what I say. But for me, it's around, okay, so we know that these people can't play that pressing game anymore. So we need to be changing the formation to fit the players. So does it mean that we do like we said, I don't know, 4-2-3-1? The 4-3-3 for me doesn't work because the players that we're putting in those positions aren't necessarily playing the way that I can see them in other positions where I think they'll probably be more favourable rather than positions that they're playing. So who's that down to? It's down to Klopp. Oh, it could be down to Linders, to be fair. Linders might be the man that's actually got the stick out, and Klopp's probably just lying there on his knees while Linders is beating with the stick. I don't know. I don't know whether Linders is I don't know anymore. But here's the thing. I think I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50. You know, at the end, if we lose the next couple of games, Minerals FC, I'm clap all the way. All the way.
What are you saying?
Let me say something. You see, at this point, the in or out argument is a moot point, right? My position on Klopp has been, I mean, all of you know my position on Klopp, but my point is he's still there. So if you're there, change something, because I can't fucking come and grab him and hide him and put somebody else on the touchline. I can't do that right now.
True. But Uncle Albert, this is the thing that Uncle Albert.
Point is,
it's not doing anything now. It's not changing anything.
If we are losing 3-1 to Brentford, 3-0 to Brighton, 3-0 to Wolves, these are all teams that were championship teams. 5-2 to Real Madrid. And the list goes on. 4-1 to Napoli.
One at a time, please. One at a time.
See, we've lost to the 3 bottom teams in the league. There's something wrong. And what is wrong is what we can all see. Noah, I speak to you all the time, on and off the stream. You are an Arsenal fan, you know what is wrong with Liverpool. We are Arsenal fans, we are Liverpool fans, we know what is wrong with Liverpool. And then you hear the coach saying there's nothing wrong, that they're going to keep playing the same way they are playing. Is that not the recipe for lunacy? So at this point, whether I am in or I'm out, he's still there. He's still getting paid to be there.
Yeah,
whether FSG are giving him some money or not, it's not the point. The transfer season is over. They gave him £45 million. He chose to buy my man from Ghana, Gaku. He should have bought the other Ghanaian, Kudus, but he bought Gaku, which is fine.
Or even Neves from Moves. And Klopp hasn't done that. And Lloyd.
So name them. I can name them. Unahi was available for 8 million. Marcos Thuram was available for 9 million.
Who was available for 8 million?
Unahi. Marseille bought him for 8 million pounds.
Yo.
Yeah.
Bought him.
Amrabat was available for 4 million pounds loan. All that you can name them.
Amrabat can get them.
Even I was available for free. Even I was available for free. I would have taken off my beard, taken a few more shots of Ozempic, and I would have slimmed my stomach, and I'd have been there. All right?
Yeah, exactly.
But he chose to get the wrong person. Look,
he chose to get the wrong people.
On Saturday, Arthur Melo is fit. He chose to let him go and play in the under-21s.
Exactly.
right?
That doesn't
Atamelo
make
is
sense.
fit. Atamelo played in the under-21s at the same time we were playing Crystal Palace. At least have him on the bench. You might
Yeah,
need it.
let's have him on the bench. He has some creativity in him. Albert, can I have a
So,
say as well? Albert,
the point is, at what point, I keep asking this question, and I'm asking Lloyd, I'm asking Uncle Rodz, at what point do Liverpool supporters say, okay, Joe, you are the one who got all the glory when it was glory. Now we are in the band, you take the shits.
Yeah.
At what
exactly.
point?
Like Arsene Wenger as
You
well.
Well,
know, Klopp
Minerals.
wanted to be a medical doctor when he was growing up. Thank God he wasn't. Because what would have happened was that Klopp would have been the doctor who conducted the first open brain surgery. So he saved 2 people who had a brain fag, right? And now he's killed 1,000 people. And everybody is saying, no, he was the first person who cured brain fag by opening somebody's head. So now let's keep quiet until he finishes killing everybody. That's the argument people are making.
So one second. There. This is a great comment, but I'm gonna let you have your say, Minerals, in a minute. Yeah, but this is a great comment by Mark A. Said, I want Klopp to leave. Longer he stays, greater the damage is to LFC. What have you got to say, Minerals? You said you want to have a say.
Yeah, I wanted to say is that you lot should call out your club more because this is horrible. And club could be responsible of Liverpool having their worst ever Premier League season by finishing like 10th. That would be your worst Premier League finish. And maybe your lowest point tally. Does that worry you? Like the worst Liverpool team was in '94, and is it on course to be that, Lloyd? Because you've been a Liverpool fan for long, and even you, Uncle Rodz, you know that. Does that start
Yeah,
worrying
yeah,
you that this season could
But
be a worse Premier League season?
Hey,
let me just
so
give
one second. Okay, 1 second. I got to big up Terry Mack, man. Got to big up Terry Mack. He said, "Well, go on, Roz, the man." Then big up Terry Mack.
Yes,
I
Terry
hope
Mack.
you're, yeah, man. Big up. Hope you're new
big up
subscribe
Terry
to the
Mack.
channel.
Big up Terry Mack.
Yeah, man.
Listen,
Big up.
I just have a one sentence answer to you, Noah. I'd rather we are 10th than we are 5th, 6th, or 7th. Right? I'd rather we are 10th. Because I don't want to go and play in fucking Nagorno-Karabakh on Thursday afternoon. You know that. Because
Yeah, man.
when we are playing on Thursday afternoon, you, the same Noah, will be the one fucking buzzing my inbox, making funny jokes at me and telling me we are in the mud. Because that is mud territory. I don't want to fucking play Ludogorets on Thursday afternoon. You know I don't want to do that. So I'd rather be at home preparing to get back into the Champions League. I don't want to come 5th, 6th, or 7th. I don't want to play in the Orange League or the Green League. I don't want to play fucking Azerbaijan, and you know, the trip to Azerbaijan was good. We got there, the whole field was iced, and our players are breaking their toes, kicking footballs on the ice. I don't want to do that. You know that we don't want to do that. Liverpool is past that. So it's all or nothing. If we're not going to do well, let's just stay 10th. I'm okay with 10th. I'll take Klopp for another year if we are 10th. What I wouldn't take is going to play in the European Conference League. That I
Yeah,
won't
man.
do.
Yeah, Rods. I got a dip, man. Thank you for making me come on, yeah. And
Oh,
bless up
nice
to
one, man.
Lloyd, Albert, man. And
Yeah,
this
bless up
could be
yourself, man.
worrying.
Bless up.
Bless up me, brethren. Do other them.
Yeah. Boy, crazy. You know,
Yeah. So the thing is about the thing. I would say with in respect to Klopp and the thing, I think I'm with Mark A. I think that the longer he sort of like I don't know. Yeah, sorry, just said to my mum. Listen, the longer he stays, the longer the damage. And I think, really and truly, at the end of the day, right? I think at the end of the day, if he gets money and everything that right, and brings in new players, you still have got the same problem. You know what I mean? You still have got the
Rod,
same problem.
are you Klopp out, Rod?
I'm thinking yes. Sorry, I'm thinking
Oh,
yes.
did I?
I'm
Yeah.
think, I'm thinking. You know my thoughts on this is my thoughts on the whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
my thoughts are the fact of the day he's had quite a long time, you know what I mean, to set things straight, and there are certain things that they that sort of like can obviously be put right, but he won't put it right. I'll give you one example. I think that one example. The players that we got, where's the players that we got? We probably haven't got the players at the end of the day to play a 4-3-3 system. We haven't
100%.
got, we haven't got that, anything like that, right? Now, what Klopp did, he tried a different system at the end of the day, of 4-2-3-1, which converts into 4-4-2 when you're defending, and a 4-2-3-1 when you're attacking. In the way, right? Now, my argument is in there. You know, at the end of the day, so you've been leaking goals and everything that, and it's been hard to get results. Why don't you set yourself up one day to be hard to beat? Set yourself to be hard to beat, and then build on that. No, at the end of the day, what you've done at the end of the day, even with the Real Madrid game, yeah, right. If you look at the Real Madrid game, yeah, he played too open for Real Madrid, because all Real Madrid did, and the reason why Real Madrid got started to get back on the ball again, because Camavinga and Modric switched, because Camavinga was in the center, yeah, and he was getting overrun in the midfield, yeah. So what they did, and then they switched it, and then so Camavinga went out to play a six, and Modric went into centre, and for that, that allowed Modric to get hold of the ball. Once Modric was able to get hold of the ball, he's able at the end of the day to dictate the play, i.e., bringing people like Vinicius Junior in, Valverde in, and Benzema in. You know what I mean? He was able to do that. He literally at the end of the day he literally ran past Fabinho for a couple of yards. They both did it. Fabinho did it. Not Fabinho. Modric did it, and Benzema did it. They just ran past him like he wasn't there. You know what I mean? And like Benzema's in his 30s, yeah. Modric is in his late 30s. You know what I mean? But they're still able to run past him. The day, right? It is too to me at the day. It's too open to have that system, but he won't change it. So then at the day, right? If you start losing games, and because remember at the day, the football is a result thing. It's a result business. If the results at the end of the day are not coming on the pitch, people are gonna look at Klopp. People say like FSG this, FSG that, and that, right? Fair enough. I know FSG have mugged us off and all that, mugged us off. But
Oh, yeah.
FSG are not putting the players on the pitch. FSG are not putting the tactics on the pitch. It's Klopp that's doing that. Klopp and Pep Linders. That is your sort of like domain. You know what I mean? So we're not like if we lose a game and everything now, we shouldn't be going to FSG. We should be going to Klopp and say, look, at the day, right, Klopp, what are you doing? If Klopp says it and they will look, you know what, at the end of the day, well, I ain't got the players. Well, Klopp, you know this. You know what you've got. You know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you've got. I know what you ain't got, and for that, do something with it. Don't bring me. You ever heard that I was saying, Nate? That I was saying, don't bring me problems. Bring me solutions. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is the
yeah.
solution to your problem? How are you going to solve this conundrum and for that? And at the moment, he's not doing that because he put a dead midfield out on Saturday. Do you know what I mean? Right. Tuesday night, he put too much of an open midfield in there, right? Saturday night just gone, he's put a dead midfield in there. He set that midfield in the day, right, to sort of like, because remember, if you look at the midfielding for that, all three of those midfielders in there, right, they do the same thing. Nobody's not doing anything different. So if nobody ain't doing anything different, where's the creativity come? Where's the runners in midfield? There's none. And this is down to Klopp. So I'm thinking that they will look. Even if at the day, sort of like we're bringing the next a new manager now, he may or may not get backed by sort of like FSG,
Yeah.
but at least at the day it'd be fresh and new ideas on how to get over this hurdle. Because at the moment I don't see no ideas coming from Klopp. He was sitting on the bench the other day, right? And to be honest, today he didn't have a clue on how to fix it. On Saturday, he was just sitting on the bench, just like, one just glum look. He just didn't know what to do. He didn't have a clue.
Rod, you said something, right? You highlighted a tactical switch that Ancelotti did in the match on Tuesday. Let me give you another one he did.
Yeah.
Did you notice that after we scored the second goal, Valverde stopped coming forward? Did you realize that?
Yeah.
He told Valverde not to cross the center line. Don't come forward. Because they were afraid of what Nunes was doing to them. Right?
Yeah.
So he doubled up on Nunes on the right side because he knew Carvajal was not going to be able to handle him. So for the rest of the match, Valverde, of all people, didn't come forward. Not even his famous edge of the box shots. He didn't even take one. They just made sure they doubled up on Nunes. Those are the in-game switches that if you are watching, if you are a watcher, you see that a good coach is doing. Imagine an Italian team at this level going 2-0 up against you in 15 minutes. They shut down the game. They kill the game. This is when people are scratching and people who are not injured pretend like they are injured. People, somebody taps somebody on the heel and he jumps and he lays down and he screams and shouts and basically disrupts the match for the rest of the match.
Yeah.
But we were still going forward. How do you give a high line to Real Madrid after you are 2-0 up in 15 minutes? How do you keep doing that?
Exactly.
What would you have done if you were the coach? Hey, guys, drop down. Look, I will go so far as I would even have made a change in the middle of the first half and said, you know what? I'm bringing in an extra midfielder. I need to secure this. Right? Especially after the howler. Look, Bajcetic was making a few mistakes. He should have hooked him because his confidence had taken a hit.
Yeah.
That guy is the freshest breath of fresh air we have had this season. But at a point in time, you need to protect the guy. Right?
Yeah.
You need to protect the boy. So you should have removed him. And you see, sometimes experience is a good thing. You had my good old friend Keita on the bench. You didn't use him. This is the kind of game that you use Keita.
Yes.
Because if you tell him he should come in and disrupt the game, that's exactly what he will do. Take a yellow here. Tell your people, hey, it's time for some of you to take yellows.
Yes, take one for team.
When Modric was running through the field, what stopped Henderson from actually grabbing him and putting him down with his hands, pulling down his shorts? If you needed to do that, what will happen? You take a yellow. But at least you stop that goal. Right? Because some people will do it.
It's true.
So at the end of the day, we are still wondering, what does our manager tell his boys in game?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Same thing on Saturday. He was hapless.
I
don't know whether you guys in the UK saw that shot where after Trent gave the ball away, the camera panned to him and he went like this. Did you see it? Yeah, when Trent was dispossessed and Matete hit the crossbar, he went like, ooh. He was holding his chin. He was like, ooh. I mean, this is amateur stuff.
Yeah.
So
it's an outrage. It's an outrage. It's an outrage.
For me, whether I'm in or out, I want him to do something. But guys, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if on Sunday he plays that same high line against Rashford and Sancho.
That'd be criminal.
Don't be surprised if he plays that high line against Garnacho and Rashford. Don't be surprised.
And Sancho.
Yeah. Because those VAR officials are going to draw their lines to touch Rashford's foot and not the end of his foot. So don't tempt them. Just drop down 5 yards so that hopefully we will have the young man Konate back, so that Konate can take care of him. But if you give them too much work to play, a guy coming off of a hamstring, you are either risking another hamstring or they simply get beaten for pace.
You can't
Right?
you can't put Konate in that game on Sunday. You just can't do it. It'd be criminal to do it.
What do you want to bet?
It'd be criminal because the fact
What do you want to bet?
he just got. He probably would,
He's
but
going to play him on Wednesday. You play him on Saturday. What do you want to bet? I'll bet anything. He's going to play him.
That's why he needs to go. This is why he needs to go.
He can't play. He can't play.
This is why he needs to go. This is what I'm saying. This is why he needs to go. Sorry. I love Klopp. He needs to go.
Bookmark this time is what 6:57 in the UK is 1:57 in Eastern time. Bookmark this time, this day. He'll play him. He can't wait for him to return so that he can play his highlight. And give Garnacho the. You see what Coconut Head is going to do is that he's going to give us a bit of Rashford, right?
Man says Coconut Head.
Man says Coconut. I just want to say that. Man says Coconut Head. You know.
He's going to give us Rashford, right? And try to get Rashford to beat the offside line.
Yeah.
Okay. If Rashford gets tired and he hasn't done it, he's going to give us Garnacho.
Yeah.
And if you keep Trent there within 90 minutes, he's going to give up a few mistakes. Right? So I would go so far as playing old man Milner there. Because at least with Milner, he will kick the fuck out of Rashford within the first 5 minutes to test his ankle. Okay?
He would.
To slow him down.
He would.
Right. But I won't play Trent there. Otherwise, drop that high line. Forget that high line and let's play them through the middle, mano a mano. And let's see how well they test against that. Because they don't have Ericsson.
I hear you.
But he won't do that. Like he said, I said, if you guys haven't watched that press conference he gave after the Crystal Palace match, go and watch it. He said he's going to keep doing the same thing. He's going to keep doing just the same thing. He goes again. He keeps going again. So for Klopp, plan B is same and more dose of plan A. Until he needs to go.
Then he needs to go then. Then he needs to go.
Well,
quite simple. He needs to go.
It's a funny one, you know, Roz, because it's like I said when Mineral LFC was asking the question, I said I'm 50-50. I am not making excuses for Klopp, though, you know. When I see what he's doing and the formation that he's putting out and the players that he's putting out, it makes me cringe. You see, it's funny because Trudon and Philip Bidwell made some good points about he's still going to keep with the 4-3-3. He's still stubborn, so he's not going to change his philosophy and his way of playing. That has been detrimental to us all season. Right. Because we know that the players that we've got now cannot play that anymore. They can't. So to save the players and to at least try something different, let's change up the formation and let's see if we can. Because people know, clubs know, managers know how we're gonna play. They're gonna know what formation we're gonna put and players we're gonna put out. So Albert was saying it all the time. What will happen is they will just keep banging that ball over to Trent's side constantly because they know that that's exactly where they can get the joy, because they know that Klopp's not going to change that. And this is why we need to be changing, I think, if not the formation, some of the players in different positions, because we know for a fact, don't we, that on Sunday, we know that Rashford's going to be playing. We know that Fernandes is going to be playing. We know that Anthony might be playing as well. Now, these guys, if we're playing a high line, not so much Fernandes, but you see Rashford and Anthony, man, they've got pace. Just put the ball over. Exactly. So there is going to come a time when we're going to have to. So, and again, for me, that is down to Klopp. Definitely.
The fact
Guys.
is, the fact is this. Yeah, the fact is this. Klopp's got to be that sort of person and day, right? That says that looks at the team, looks at his players, and sees what his players are capable of and what they're capable not of. Do you know what I mean, right? And
Yeah,
says,
yeah.
right, you know what, we're going to change this end day to suit at the end day, right? To suit the game that we want to play, because that's what sort of
100%.
like that's what Ten Hag did when he come in effect. He changed up the system and he told him what he wanted. Leave an extra man. I want an extra man inside there. I want an extra man in midfield. I want an extra man in defense. Do you know what I mean? The attack
Facts.
at the day was all right. Do you know what I mean? Because he want an extra man in midfield. I want an extra man in defense. He's changed it up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
got the
yeah, yeah.
players. He got
Yeah.
some good players in, and stuff. Yeah, but maybe we need, that's what we need to do. Maybe we need a whole fresh outlook on the team. Whole fresh outlook. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm not just talking about players because really and truly, let's face it, we can't get players right now anyway. We cannot get players right now. We have
No,
to
exactly.
we should do with what we've got now
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
the end of the season. And the biggest point that I've got on it, you know, people say goes, oh, I want to see what Klopp's like if he gets money. I want to see what he gets money. If that right. Let's face it, and if he's doing a madness now at the moment with a team that he's got, right? He's doing a madness now with a team he's got. What makes you think in the day that he's going to do anything different when he gets money? He's
Listen,
not doing
he's
anything
going
different.
to
That's
he's
a
going to
fair
go and
point.
buy Mason Mount. Whatever money he gets, he's going to go and buy Mason Mount. See, that's the madness right there. That's the madness right there. Because if you had if he knew what he needed to do, we wouldn't even be talking about Mason Mount. With or without money, we won't be talking about Mason Mount.
Of course he
Right?
won't.
If Chelsea don't want Mason Mount, why do you want him? If Chelsea
Exactly.
don't want Mason Mount, why do you want him? At a point in time, we were actually going to sign Christian Pulisic. Can you fucking believe that? And this is the thing. See, on Sunday, and I'm by no means looking beyond Wolves, because Wolves is as bad a threat as Manchester United. At least Manchester United haven't beaten us 3-0. But on Sunday, it's going to be Bruno find Rashford, right? Behind Trent.
Yes.
So Rashford is going to be lurking around the center line when we are attacking. As soon as we lose the ball, Bruno find Rashford in behind Trent. It's a foot race. We're in trouble. And Rashford one-on-one with the goalkeeper, we all know what the result is going to be.
Yeah.
If Rashford doesn't get to do it, bring in Garnacho. Between Rashford and Garnacho, they will find a hole they will find a chink in Trent's hammer.
Macaroni.
If you drop them 5 yards, how does that happen? It doesn't happen. In fact, give Manchester United the ball and let's see what they do with it. Just like you did to Manchester City. Just like you did to Spurs. You gave Spurs the ball, they didn't know what to do with it. So try that. Let's see whether it works. But more of the same. Let's keep hitting them. And also given the fact that we are wasting opportunities. If it was the case that we hammer them with hammers and tongs for like maybe the first 45 minutes, we are 3-0 up, it's another matter. Like we used to be. Like, you know, the last 2 games against Manchester United last year, not this year, last year, we finished the game in the first half. If we were still able to do that, it's another matter, but we're not. So pace yourself. Why do you need to keep doing the same thing when you don't have Sadio Mane?
Yeah.
You see, there's something in the name. When players see certain players, they're scared. That alone is 50% of the battle won. You know, after the Tuesday match, this guy was interviewed, the goalkeeper, Courtois was interviewed, and they asked him, why the hell did you make that kind of mistake? He said he saw Salah out of the corner of his eye and he panicked. Same thing happened with Nick Pope. Salah bearing down on you. You know he's going to get the ball. You know it's a goal. Your brains, you start getting, your brain goes fuzzy. So sometimes there's something in a name. You don't have those names. Play with what you have. Give Salah the best opportunity because Salah is an excellent center forward if you want to use him. So why wouldn't you play him and Nunes, both of them with incredible speed, to catch Manchester United on the break?
Yeah.
How
Exactly.
long will it take you to get Lisandro Martinez sent off? How long will it take you to get Lisandro Martinez sent off? So, look, we are not coaches, but by virtue of the fact that we've watched the game long enough, we see stuff. But many other people also see stuff. The funny thing is that our manager is refusing to see.
Yeah.
Almost to a man. Tell me whether you are in the chat for those of us here. When you saw the midfield on Saturday, what were your first thoughts? Milner, Henderson, and Keita. I mean, the triplets of mediocrity, right?
Guys, listen. Rodz, I'm gonna have to shoot up, man. How long you on this for? I've got to nip somewhere. Oh man, I can't hear you.
No, I had it on mute. Sorry, I had it on mute. I'm on for another 20 minutes, and I'm gonna shoot off 20 minutes.
Okay,
still,
listen.
so.
If I catch up with you, that's fine. I'll try and come back in. But if I can't, I'll catch up with you another time. Yeah.
We'll catch up again. Definitely.
Yeah. Uncle Albert,
Big up, man.
Uncle Rodz,
Yeah, man.
big up yourselves, man. Nice talking to you as
Take
ever.
Take care, Lloyd.
You man make me laugh.
So listen, I'm looking at the chat, right? Liverpool 12 man said something. He said,
I'll put it up.
Right.
I'll put it up.
A simple temporal solution. Play VVD on the right and either Matip or Nat on the left. He's been playing Matip on the right because most of our attacks come from the right. And Matip's dribbling, but it creates gaps. Exactly. So if you can see it and we can see it, why can't we see it? That's the problem. It's not like oh, you don't appreciate what Klopp has done. No. The point is, this is not an appreciation contest. The glaring things that we see, that almost to a man that we see, why isn't he seeing it?
Exactly.
That's my question. I mean, and if you're not seeing it, then there's something wrong.
Well, true.
Right? I don't want to look. We support Liverpool. We don't want to be the people that every time Liverpool is going to play a match, we are fucking shitting on ourselves, right? The first thing you do is to grab the biggest roll of 100s you can find from the store, right? And then you put it by you because every time you see somebody running by Trent, you have to dash to the bathroom, right? Every manager, it's Mitomo. Put Mitomo on Trent, you get purchase. Put Sarabia on Trent, you get purchase. Put Vinicius Jr. on Trent, you get purchase. And the list goes on. You remember what Kvaratskhelia did to Trent? Remember that one?
Yep.
Remember that one? Remember what happened in Napoli?
Yeah.
They just blew by him. Sorry, they just blew by him as if he wasn't there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The thing is, he has to fix that problem because it doesn't matter how much the forwards do. If they have been able to do what they're doing and they have to come back to the same old mistakes at the back. On Saturday, what the NBC camera showed us, the Peacock camera showed us, was bickering at the back. If you have your backline bickering, what's the next thing that's going to happen? The only person who was calming them down was the goalkeeper, who was telling everybody to calm down. But the three of them at the back, Matip, VVD, and Trent, and of course Henderson, They were just fucking throwing snowballs at each other. So the guy has to do something. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what he knows. But whatever it is he knows, doing the same thing all the time and expecting a different result, it's not going to cut it.
It's
And
not.
you see, Liverpool fans have a thing. We don't want to lose to Manchester United. We don't care what form we're in. We don't want to lose to Manchester. We can lose to anybody. We don't want to lose to Manchester United, and we don't want to lose to Manchester United at Anfield. That brings problems. That brings problems. And if you remember,
I'll take a 2-1 loss. Yeah, I'll take a 2-1 loss, other than take a 5-0 loss, which I can probably see that they will try and do. They're gonna come. They're coming for us on Sunday. They are coming for us, my friend. Don't make no mistake. Jamal says this. Yeah, Jamal says this, that he was sending a message. Jamal's trying to big up Jamal each and every time. He was sending a message to FSG. Do you believe that, Uncle Albert?
Well, I agree with him. I think he's a little wary of the no money syndrome with FSG. I think he's a little tired, and I think he's on his last legs with them. I agree with that, because if Philip is referring to the embargoed press conference, Klopp has never spoken like that. So I think yeah, I have to agree that he's a little tired of not getting what he wants. But that's a whole other program that we can have. Thing is that the window's closed. FSG can argue, we've given you money and you've done something else with the money. So let us know exactly what you did with the cash. That's a separate argument altogether. But for now, what we are saying is do something with what you have. Right? I gave you a case in point. I don't know why Atamelo, because whether you like Atamelo or not is not the point. Our club has spent money fixing him up after his injury. At the very least, he's there till the end of the season. Use him. You don't gain anything by not using him and using that lot you have. Henderson should not be starting any game for Liverpool. He shouldn't start any game for Liverpool. End of story. Keita shouldn't start any game for Liverpool. Milner shouldn't start any game for Liverpool. But you put all the three of them there. Right? We are saying that, they are old. I've been telling you guys that Keita is not 27. He cannot be 27. He cannot be. It's not possible.
You say some fraud business going on. Listen, Albert, you say some fraud business going on. Some fraud.
Sorry?
You say some fraud business going on.
Rodz, I have said it before and I'll say it again.
What?
Where we come from, right?
Yeah.
I can give you a passport saying you are 10 years old. I'm telling you. Right? I can give you a passport saying you're 10 years old. I'm telling you that right now. That's the truth. So, Keita, you are, excuse me to say, you are of African origin just like me.
Yeah.
How many 27-year-olds of people of African origin have receding hairlines at 27? How does that happen? How does it happen? Look at Keita's head. Look at Keita's head. How is it that he's going bald at 27? How does it happen? It's not possible. So I'm simply saying, and given that I also happen to know what goes on there, and even to the level of civil servants doctoring their ages, I'm saying that Keita is not 27. It is the reason why he gets injured and he doesn't heal early enough. And right now, Keita is playing to preserve the fact that he wants to go to another team. I'm hearing Dortmund want him, Barcelona want him, this person want him, that. So he's looking for that opportunity. Why would he come and kill himself for Liverpool when you refuse to give him a new contract, when he's just playing to time himself out so that he can get a new deal? A massive signing on fee, bumper wages, at least to see out the rest of his career. He's scratched a living and stolen a living from Liverpool for the last 5 years. Why would he want to do anything else?
No, he won.
Right?
Okay,
Do you honestly think he wants to go and break his leg at this point? No.
Let's go here. Kate is older than Contender 64. I think Melo should be given a chance, since we have given every one a chance. Yeah, he should do, man. Was it? How old is Fabinho, Uncle Albert?
Fabinho is also not 29. He's also not 29. It's the receding hairline test. He is not 29. What do you mean he's 29? Are you telling me I can be Fabinho's father? Is that a fucking joke or something? Can I be Fabinho's dad?
EK says, right, Kate's hairline is more. Uncle Albert, please read this out for me. I can't read it out without laughing.
Kate's hairline is more mangled than his ligaments.
Listen, all right. One last question, yeah. One last question before we get out of here. Give me two. There's gonna be two, yeah. Two. First, Real Madrid. Give me your overall ratings for the team. Your overall ratings for the team. Not picking them out one by one. Your overall ratings for the team.
Real Madrid.
No, the Real Madrid game. No, the Real Madrid game. Yeah. Give me your overall ratings for the Liverpool team that night. Your overall ratings.
You want me to give you individual ratings or
no? An overall? Just an overall one.
You know, when I was in college, when your lecturer doesn't want to mess up your college career and you do badly, he gives you a grade called I. I means incomplete. Right? So let's give them an incomplete grade because they started so well and didn't finish. So let's give them an incomplete grade.
All right. Then, big up Raza.
Then against
Crystal Palace.
Against Crystal Palace, I'll give them an S for spiceless. I'll give them an S grade, no spice. Right? When you're cooking, you have to put some spice. The food has to be sharp. You understand? It's like making jerk. You make jerk chicken, right? When you're making jerk chicken, have to put some spice. That chicken has to be spicy. I'm giving them S for spiceless. Bland fucking cooking is what they did. Not 10.
Stop it now. Stop it.
Ike just put another one. Partey is older than the
Partey is older.
Hey, man. Partey is my countryman. I'm not talking about him, man. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want my
Uncle Albert.
I don't want my Ghana people to come and catch me and beat me up, man. I'm not saying.
Listen. I knew I should have finished before EK come in there. I should have finished the stream before EK come in there.
EK wants to trap me to say something about my Ghanaian boy. I'm not saying anything about Partey, man. Partey is 20 line. I'm not saying shit about it.
That shit. Listen, that's old, you know. Stop it, man. Stop it. Jamal's laughing.
He said, right. Do I rate Reza Ali is asking me, do I rate Barilla? Of course I rate him. Top-notch player. The question is whether your stupid FSG are going to give him the money to get it.
Yeah, facts.
Look,
Facts.
I think Barella is better. Barella is a better player than Bellingham by a country mile.
Yeah,
But
so
are they, he's 25, so that presents a problem. Are they going to give him the 63 million pounds he needs? If they are, we'll see. Look,
I think 25 million in prime, isn't it?
Guys, let me say this. We all want Jude Bellingham.
You see that?
These guys want me to get in trouble in Ghana. I said I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything about
Well, I said, take him over, you know.
These people want me to get in trouble in Ghana. I'm not saying shit about Thomas Partey, man.
Listen, the man said, listen, hold on, man said Partey was there when the 10 commandments were read. Jude, you're bad, man, you know. That's heavy.
I am not saying shit about Partey. You guys, I knew somebody was going to throw Partey in there.
Ryan Gavos on the list. And,
if FSG are only going to come up with money for Bellingham alone, let's not bite, because we need more than Jude. We absolutely need more than Jude. Jude alone is not going to cut it. So
no, you don't want to do it, is it?
Let's get it right.
Yeah, let's get it right, man. Right, I need to get some dinner. Cause you lot they are making me laugh too much, man. Man said 10 commandments, you know. I said 10 commandments.
Mark A is saying Partey was kicking a ball when it was leather. You guys remember when the ball was leather, right? When it gets wet and you have to head it. You go home and you have to take like 10 Tylenol, right? Yeah. That was then.
Painkillers all night, you know. Serious, man.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Freaking hell. Oh, man. Listen, right, tomorrow. Oh, I've got a new show tomorrow called the Red and Blue Show. So tune into that. Rodz,
okay.
I'll jump on Man United reaction next week. Yeah. I'm doing that one. I'm doing that one on Friday. This Friday, Mark A. This Friday. So I've got a new show tomorrow with me and Chelsea OG, okay, for the Chelsea contingent. And it's called the Red and Blue Show. The Red and Blue Show. We're just gonna be chopping up football.
As for Chelsea, we are better than them, man.
No, but you know it is. You see Chelsea OG, yeah. I don't like to go too hard on Chelsea, because Chelsea OG, that guy Naz, and everything that he's one of our African brothers, man, and he's a really, really nice guy. If it's Chelsea down in there, man, I'll go in there, man, because man's like Chelsea don't know nothing about football.
It's not about going hard on them. It's just that the thing is, I feel so sorry for them, man, because they are in a worse situation than we are.
Yeah, they are.
At least we don't have a sugar daddy giving us free cash, right?
Yeah.
After 600 million pounds, you still can't score a goal to save your life. Oh, Christ.
The Philippines will stop it now. Don't you get that used to it? I'm saying in Fab, was it Aztecs?
Yeah, Aztecs. He actually looks like one of the Aztec gods. Actually, he looks like one of the Aztecas.
All right, listen. Listen. So I've got a new show tomorrow, 8:00. Red and Blue show. It's gonna be a new feature for every Tuesday night. We're gonna have try and get like different guests on there from opposing teams and stuff, and we're just gonna chop it up and have a laugh. You know what I mean? Chop it, have a laugh, and that, and discuss everything about football. We're not gonna take ourselves.
But you know, Rodz, when Chelsea get it right, they'll be scary, man.
I know that's the thing about it. When they get it right, and think that with the players that they got, and you know what it is, and I got a feeling, and they right, yeah, sidetrack. I got a feeling, and they sort of like they're waiting for Simeone to come to be available, because apparently Simeone's supposed to be leaving at Atletico end of this season. He's supposed to be going, and I think when he goes, he's coming straight to Chelsea.
You know, incidentally, They got rid of Jorginho because they said Jorginho was slow. And now they are playing Enzo Fernandez in that spot, and Enzo Fernandez is also slow.
Well, yeah,
You
but
see,
I think sort of like Enzo Fernandez, excuse me, Enzo Fernandez is a sort of player, and I think you're playing further advanced. Who would literally play if I was in the team? He would play an advanced 8 for me. He would play an advanced
thank
8 for
you.
me. Do you know what I
Right
mean?
there. You see, in the Premier League, you should never have a halfback who is slow. He won't carry. You must have a halfback who has speed, and you must have a halfback who is not what you call not a finesse player. You can't have that, because the two goals that they've conceded in their last 2 matches all came from Enzo's inability to run.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
It may well end up worrying him in the Premier League if they don't change his position. They must play him advanced as an 8.
They've got to play. They've got to do that. They've got to do
Because
that.
his passes are good, but his recovery is poor.
Very poor. Very poor.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's wrap up this show. Uncle Albert, as always, it's always great to have you on the show. It's always great to have you on the show. Yeah, your insight is brilliant. So I shall come knocking again. Do you know what I mean? But
anytime, bro. Anytime, bro. Anytime.
Okay. Yeah, Uncle is a one man. Pope is
Take care, bro.
that.
Okay.
Take care, brother. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Take care. Yeah, man. Uncle Albert, he's a man. Listen, we chopped it up well tonight. I'm sorry at the day that we didn't really sort of like chop up the sort of like the game, you know what I mean, over the weekend and that. But you know, we did get a lot of good sort of like points out. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, right. As I was saying, something like that. As I was saying, yeah, tomorrow I have a new show tomorrow, and it's called Red and Blue Show. It's gonna be me and Chelsea OG, and we're just gonna be chopping up football and stuff, and like to be honest with you, tonight I'm gonna have to sort of like obviously get some points together on what we're gonna discuss tomorrow and stuff. I may do it as a call in. To tomorrow, so people can call in. Big up both uncles, blessed. I may do it as a call in so people can come in and actually sort of have their say. But we'll see how it goes. But that will be on tomorrow, and it will be a feature that I'm going to be doing every week. Okay, every week on Tuesday night, with feature I'm doing. Okay, so I'm not too sure on who the first guest is going to be this week. I'm not too sure, but I should have somebody as a guest this week. Okay, right. Thank you guys for joining me. Do remember, if you're watching this show on a replay, you're gonna watch it on a replay, please like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed, please comment, share, and hit the notification button. Okay, it does work because I tried it out tonight. So please do that for me. Yeah. Thank you for joining me. It was a good show. I had a great time, man. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So I had a great time. So until I see you guys next time, good night and take care. And peace out and have a lovely evening. Peace. I'm gonna watch Coppish in a bit anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna watch Coppish. So peace out and have a lovely evening.